In the air to right, and he did it again!
Welcome back to the Lefties 2 broadcast. We have the club of the week, and it's Sun God Emperors. All right, this is a gold level 3 team, and just kind of give an idea where we're at this week here. Is at the end of day 3 here in club week, and gold level 3, right? You got to get about 2,200 trophies. So we're right at 24 exactly. Winning the week pretty easily. Again, the gold level 3 club's not overly competitive if they're staying there. Let's take a look at the kind of the notes for the Sun God Emperors. All right, play league. You'd say consistently with triple X's. I don't know why that's there, but okay. So, again, they're probably not reaching out to a foreign group, if that's the idea. All 5 donate cards. These requirements will be endorsed alternative boot. So endorsed, I think they meant enforced alternative boot. So we got some interesting typos, I guess, maybe. I'm not sure. Required trophies, 1,800. It's an open club to anybody over there. So midway through the week, only about 5,000 donations. So let's take a look. And again, it's a 4-week running total, 4-week running. So the idea is that we see this is week 3. So we should be at about 18 if they played the total amount where you see Marte down there, the co-leader. He's at 18. And we have about 30 minutes left or so until day 4 starts. So we look at Nova, the leader, 15 and only 10. So he's got at the end of week 3, right? So if he even plays the next 2 days, he'd have missed 3 at least over the last couple days. Co-leader is at 15 also. Manny, a co-leader, 12. Mog is at 10. Marte looks like the only co-leader actually playing games. Donations are pretty slim at the top as well. So a lot of missed games from the co-leaders and leaders in the last 4 weeks. All right, let's check out the seniors here. So again, 18 is the number. If they've only been here, let's say 2 weeks or 3, this is their 3rd week, they'd be at 13 right now. And of course, if they've had 1 full week, they'd be at 8. So, or if it's their 1st week, 3, right? So we got a lot of missed games going on. 17, Samuel's only missed 1 in the last 3 weeks. All right. Senior, 18, there we go, 02793. Okay, 14, we got a 6, 17, missed 1, 5, 10, 11, 17 from Charles. There you go. 17 from 67837. All right. So, the senior members, they look like they're decently active. Still a lot of missed games in there. Not a lot of donations. Members. Okay. So how many active members do we have at zeros completely? And we don't really know if they're eligible to play in the club league this week. So we can check that out too. But let's go to the chat real quick. How chatty is this group? Manny with an emoji, Pete emoji. 20. Okay, so over 24 hours ago. Keep winning the club matches. All right. And then this is where this isn't a very talkative group. I don't use Discord or Facebook. So this is me talking when I came in the club, right? So hello, little news here. Why so quiet, right? Not really much going on. And again, like we talked about before, at least there's not really chats from 200 hours ago, but not much in the chat. They do recognize that. That's fine. Let's go to this week, right? So again, we should be at 3 victories. If you total, I'm 19767 at 3. So we got a lot of 3 for 3 so far. That is good news. Okay, so we got a couple missed games. So senior member Manny co-leader, senior Mog, a co-leader's missed, senior member. Okay, more senior members 2. They can still get their game in too. There's a couple minutes left. The leader of the group has only played 1 game this week. All right, so here we go. This is what we want to look at for any group that's growing that has rules written on the board, right? So we got 6, 12, 15 complete zeros, right? So 15 times 3, right? What is that? It's 45 possible games that they're missing. And again, we look at it with that. Let's go to the bottom. All right, we go to the bottom, the lower level players. I'm the lowest level, which is kind of cool, actually. Look at this guy right here. 198 on donations, hasn't played a single game. Gustini, okay, 12. So this is 4-week running total. And again, we don't know how long a lot of these players have been in the club, but still, you come into a club, even donate, but you don't play anything, right? That is a tough call. And again, having the senior members not have any zeros, that's a good sign. 48, so that's not too bad. But here we go. So again, just the concept, right? They have rules set. Play league consistently, all 5. That right there is kind of redundant in a sense. Well, I mean, not even redundant, but like consistently means you can miss a little bit, but at least you're trying. But then they say all 5 in the same sentence. It's tough to really enforce that, especially when the leader is missing a lot of games. Donate cards. Okay, these requirements will be endorsed. Again, typo, I think it should be say enforced, but it is endorsed. I mean, by writing this, you're endorsing it. So there's nowhere to sign sign a signature. And then alternative boot, right? So a lot of players should be booted out of this team if they have any aspirations of being a top tier club and at least making it to platinum level. As we know, the rank structure is going to be changing a little bit, right? So, a lot of the platinum level teams will be falling off the face of the planet. Not quite sure what's going to happen when they hit gold 5. We might have a lot of teams in gold 5 just sitting there if they can't actually move down. It's kind of weird. But, you don't want to stay in gold very long. Either way, Sun God Emperors, I can't really talk too much about it. Again, these gold clubs that I keep on going to each week, not really big talkers, right? They don't really enforce the rules. They're not really highly active, no Discord, no Facebook. There's no like alternative chat. So it's all about just kind of manning up and being your own responsible for your own actions. Even though they did have quite a few boots here, right? This is when I first joined. So joined, left, joined, left, joined, kicked, 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 kicked. So they kicked 5, which is you don't want to kick too many people. You don't want to have your club looking bare. You don't want the covers looking bare. You want people to think you're actually in that process, especially with the note. So that's a good sign. But again, they're not talkative. The leaders aren't really communicating too much to kind of motivate the troops. And again, it's a cartoon baseball game. Do what you got to do. But, it's just my 2 cents. They don't have to listen to anything I say. But just an idea. If you want to move up, you want to see this club, you want to be in a club that's, not as strict, Sun God Emperors might be that club for you. So thank you guys for watching on the Lefties 2 broadcast. We'll see you next time.